Thanks for coming is usually what I say at the end of a date. I'm from Oklahoma originally, a state that is finally tackling the lack of equality with straight white men. I was always bored in Oklahoma growing up. I wanted to live near the beach, like sun and sand. The land in Oklahoma is locked tighter than the doors to one of their women's health clinics. Looking back, I can realize that my family was slightly off compared to others. My brother has really an extreme case of OCD. He would beat me up if I walked on the carpet and messed up the vacuum lines. My dad ended up coming out to the family when I was 13, and then he revealed that he had HIV, and it was the only news that he told me that ever ended with a positive result. He was always ahead of his time, though. He was actually the first person I knew that ever went viral. Hold on, sorry. Looking back, it finally makes sense why he was always at the gym but never in shape. He just really loved his gym time, or at least I think his name was Jim. After they divorced, my parents, she ended up marrying a man who was pretty well off. And then all of a sudden we had a family reputation to uphold. If I sat at the dinner table with a hat on, she would be like, "Philip, we do not sit at the dinner table with a hat." I'm like, we used to use ketchup as pasta sauce. I love going to Walmart with my mom, and especially if a woman in a hijab walks down the aisle. She gets this offended look on her face, like the cashier at CVS just asked her to donate to NAACP. I do think it'd be great if some of these extreme Muslim countries legalized marijuana. It would finally give the people a chance to get stoned without dying. I tend to stay single just based on every relationship I've ever known someone to be in. Because the longest relationship I've ever known that involved a gay man was a 22-year marriage between my parents. My dad did pass down the gay gene to me. I am my father's daughter. Sorry. Okay. I've never understood why crowds applaud when someone announces they're gay on stage. They're like, "Oh, clap for him. He deserves it. He takes it up the ass." Yeah, good for him. Good for him. Did you guys hear the story in the news about the mom who was slowly poisoning her daughter? After I heard that story, I was like, wow, I should really start looking into adoption. Sorry, I fucked that up. Can we tell that one? Did you guys hear in the news about the mom who was poisoning her daughter, and she ended up collecting over $500,000 from donations in Medicaid? And then I was like, wow, I should really look into adoption. Thank you. I mean, now that I'm getting older, I'm considering whether I want children or not, but kids, they last their entire lifetime, cost a fortune to maintain, and then will probably be the cause of your death. I might as well just get AIDS. I grew up pretty religious, of course, in Oklahoma. But one story that always kind of confused me was the story of Noah and the Great Flood. I'm supposed to believe that God was so disgusted with humanity that he wiped it out just 6 chapters in, but it's perfectly fine with how things are now. That makes about as much sense as gays getting into heaven. I always, dating is kind of a chore for me, kind of like church, and they have a few similarities. I'm always bored. The stories are all fake, and at some point, I always end up on my knees. Thank you.